All right, here we go. Barmore, give me a state of matter. All right. I'm going to even put a little box around it. We are 1/9 of the way down with notes. Copeland.
Liquid.
Maddie.
Gas.
Now, there are two other states of matter that we will not be discussing in this class. Does anyone know one of them? Plasmas. So taking a gas, adding a little bit more heat to it. Other one, so plasmas is a really, really hot state of matter that we don't discuss, so that would be above gas on here. Does anyone know the really, really, really cold state of matter? Bose-Einstein condensates. Neither of those really occur much in our natural world, so we're not going to really discuss them. We are trying to go over how our world works. We have three primary states of matter in our world, so let's figure out those. Next, Allie Hoffman, when you go from a solid to a liquid, what do we call that phase change? Think ice.
Melt.
Melting, yeah. All right, Jacob, exact opposite. We go from a liquid to a solid. Freezing. In the coming class periods, you're going to hear terms like melting point and freezing point. So the temperature at which something melts or freezes. It's the exact same temperature, it just depends on which direction you're going. Liquid to gas. Miranda. Evaporation, yeah. Sometimes the term vaporization could be used. When we talk about melting point or freezing point, we can also talk about boiling point. So if you think about water, again, going from a liquid to a gas would be boiling is another option. Gas to liquid. Any ideas? For example, when we make pasta at home, we boil the water, steam starts to come up, but then all of a sudden all this liquid goes onto my microwave. Condensation. It condenses. For the most part, these are our phase changes. You can go from a solid to a liquid, liquid to a gas. Hopefully you identified in earlier science courses, one of the ways to do that is to add heat. Hopefully you recognize from previous science courses, adding heat allows things to vibrate more, move more. Increasing movement increases how tight, loosely held, or not held together at all something is. We actually talked about gases a little bit in the first unit, first semester. Remember we did like the can crushing activity. We had the syringes with the marshmallows. We pushed them in, the marshmallows squeezed in. So we did talk a little bit specifically about gases as well. There's two more phase changes I want to do, which are a little more unusual, but they skip the middleman of liquid. So for example, going from a solid to a gas. Good example is if you go to haunted houses and they have smoke everywhere, what they're using is dry ice, solid carbon dioxide. They leave that solid carbon dioxide out and it goes immediately to a gas, the smoke given off that you see. So it doesn't get wet and go to a liquid, it goes straight from solid to a gas. Does anyone know that phase change? Begins with an S. Okay, I'll give you the first three letters now. Okay, I'll give you the rest. Sublimation. Don't worry if you don't know that one. It is a little more unique. Sometimes we get people that know that one though. Sometimes things can go directly from a gas to a solid. Example I give to students with this one is the frost on your windshield if your parents don't let you park in the garage. You have to scrape that off in the morning. It's not like the gas outside turned to a liquid and then turned to a solid. It went straight from a gas to a solid. I'm guessing we don't know this one. This is deposition. Our physical change unit, the unit that we're starting today, can be broken down into two sections. One section is going to be discussing state of matter and how we have different states of matter at different temperatures. At the same temperature, how do we have different states of matter depending upon the substance? The second half is going to be how these different things are able to mix with one another or not mix with one another. So we start this unit by just reminding you of the states of matter and the phase changes that can occur between them. Because the next two class periods, we're going to continue this a little bit more.